Hey, friends, are you ready to activate your quantum creativity and launch into new levels of greatness for your creative expression? I'm super excited and delighted to share with you some of what quantum activate your quantum creativity is going to be about, answer a few questions that I've been getting, and just at least in this short share, my outcome is you feel activated in a brand new way in your own creative expression. You know, creativity isn't just about art. While I do love art, creativity isn't just about arts and crafts, that sort of things. Creativity is about an expression of the essence of who you are. Creativity is about bringing solutions, heavenly solutions to our planet. Creativity is about thinking in a brand new way and being able to access the fullness of wisdom and revelation that is already present within you. My computer keeps giving me messages about my frame rate, and I choose to know how to even do anything about that. So I vote my own victory. I am my permanent victory in the light, and I invite my technology angels to solve this for me now. So if I go back and I see this video is junk, I will do it again. And for now, it is what it is. So vote my victory. And as you're jumping on, or you watch the replay and you have questions, I welcome your questions. I'll either answer them live while I'm here, and or I will come back and answer them with a comment when you ask. And it looks like my creativity angels and my technology angels have jumped in to support me because my frame rate is doing requete bien. Thank you, God. Okay, so quantum creativity. I invite you to right now just consider what it will be like for you when you have full freedom to express creatively your true essence. Your true essence, for me, at least this is my definition of it and how I am looking at it, is the image of God as it is expressed through you. We're all created in the image of God. We all bear the essence and full genetic code of the Creator, source code, the source of all life, love everywhere, and light everywhere. We carry that within us, and we each express it in our own unique way. We're a unique expression. And I believe most of us, like they talk about our brain, what a small portion of our brain that we actually access, I believe we access a very minuscule portion of our creativity, and that happens for a variety of reasons. Some of it is, in large part, it's not been safe. We haven't perceived that it's been safe to confidently express our creativity. We may have, and all of us did at some level, received many messages from our culture, from the adults in our life, from the educational structure that we grew up in, from the religious structure that we grew up in, from genetic predisposition, genealogical messaging that gets passed on to generation, have believed a certain thing about our creativity, and we have created, or our generations have created, or cultures created limitations around it. And I'm here to tell you that it is time that we remove those limitations, that we break all those rules, and that we launch into new levels of greatness in the freedom that we experience in our creative expression. Let me know if that resonates with you. Let me know in the comments if you are feeling a stirring in you for something more than you have yet experienced, for some kind of permission granted for you to create something that maybe you've been holding back. Maybe you've been holding back because you don't have clarity, or you haven't seen the open door. Maybe you've got a lot of fear, doubt, and suspicion going on. I know that I can relate to that. Do you relate to that? Have you experienced levels of fear, doubt, and suspicion around your creativity? Please let me know. I'd love to just say, yes, I got that. Yes, I can relate. The other thing is that simply because of where we've been in the unfolding of universal time or the multiverse or however all time works, we just haven't been ready. And so there's no blame, shame, guilt about any of the past ways that we were experiencing or we are giving ourselves permission to express our creativity. It's just that we've arrived at a certain point in time in the unfolding of time that it's now. Now is the time. And that is why, at least I believe, I think this is true, that my Creator, God in me, has said, let's go. Let's do this thing. All right, so Facebook on my computer. Oh, there you go. Hey, Jennifer. Okay, so again, please note my victory for technology to run smoothly today, because I'm feeling super inspired with this message right now. Not always cancel clear. Anyway, it is today that this message is coming, and I have been looking forward to, I've been excited about the opportunity to share. So let me get back to what I'm talking about here. Today, let me say this, today enrollment opens for my brand new offering, Activate Your Quantum Creativity. And the really special thing for me about this course is it is the first time, or I'm brand new in this offering, and that I am putting all my tools into play. I had a conversation with my dear friend and business coach, Janet Bernstein, a few months ago when I launched my business, Untethered Life. She was my first business coach, and I'm so thankful for how she encouraged me, and she continues to encourage me. But she said this, she was, look, I notice that you've got bits and pieces of your tools in different areas, and we get glimpses of each of those tools if we participate in those different things. And what would it be like for you, she said differently, but what it would be like for you if you put all those tools to play for a certain group of people? And so that has just been simmering in my life, simmering in my heart, and I know that this is this opportunity where all of my tools get to come into play into the creation of this offering. And I'm inviting you in, first of all, to experience the unfolding of this very brand new thing I'm putting together, community of creatives who are pioneering and trailblazers in an area. Now, I say that because I know that I myself am identify as a pioneer and a trailblazer. At least in the communities I'm in, I find myself oftentimes, in the past I would have said alone, but really I'm here to create my own path. I'm here to create a path for others to follow behind me. Now, I do encounter other pioneers and other people, other mentors along the way, and then I notice I'll do a time of really deep dive into a certain subject matter or modality or something, and then I'm off. And then the people that I was surrounded with and doing things with suddenly were not in the same type of relationship that we were before. And in the past, I made up all sorts of stories about that. Not going to go into that now, but I have come into realization that it happens because I'm a pioneer, that I don't camp out very long in certain areas, and I don't travel well-worn paths often. Now, there's maybe certain well-worn paths that I stay on, but for the most part in my life, I'm pioneering. So I'm calling in those people who find yourself in that way. Now, let me say again, creativity has a lot to do with art, yes, because it's a creative expression. It has a lot to do with crafts, yes, but creativity is way more than that. All of us have access to the creativity of our Creator within us. Every choice you make requires your creativity if you're going to make a new choice. If you're going to go with the same old, let me say this. At first, those choices did require creativity. Somebody had to come up with a strategy to form that choice. But when it becomes an unconscious programming, then we're unconsciously doing something. It goes on quote unquote autopilot. Have you ever gotten in the car to drive to somewhere that's maybe not somewhere you go commonly, and you find yourself going in the wrong direction or another direction because you've gone on autopilot? I'm sharing that because that's me. I'm going to say it is time for us to get out of autopilot in every area of our life and to build new structures, new ways of thinking, new ways of creating, or allow ourselves to access the fullness of the wisdom within us to create brand new, to be vessels of heavenly solutions for right now. Somebody on this call, somebody listening to me, whether you join with me on this adventure I'm calling Activate Your Quantum Creativity or not, you have something to bring that is as revolutionary as the light bulb was at one time, or the telephone, or a computer. Things that have not yet been conceived in the mind of man are coming through you. One of you, some of you, all of you have something like that to bring into manifestation, to bring into form for our world, for our planet, for the multiverse. Now, the first orientation call and our group gathering happens on Sunday, next Sunday evening on the 24th. And enrollment, I'm going to leave enrollment open until Monday the 25th. If you're feeling, if you have this unction in you that something is stirring for you to bring brand new, and you're looking for support, you're looking for, or you're calling in, you've been like maybe in an unconscious way calling in the support and the the form that you'll be able to do this, then let me invite you to reach out to me, connect with me, and say, hey, send me the link, let me look over what you've got. It's high value. Again, I'm putting all my tools. The price does not reflect the value that this is. I'll say that up front. And I don't really, I'm moving away from, in my own life and even in my offerings, having people be motivated by the price of something, by the investment price. I don't really choose to I'm gonna say it this way, manipulate my pricing so that you are enticed to join because of my pricing. I really desire that anyone who joins this course, it's a full yes in your heart. Now, maybe pricing has something to do with it. I get that. I really do. And if you have a full yes in your heart, we'll figure out a way to make it happen. I am offering a payment plan. If you require that, you can reach out to me if this is resonate with you and say, hey, I'd like the information on your course to enroll, and I'm also interested in your payment plan information. I'll send you all that information. So Activate Your Quantum Creativity is the first place that I can remember, that I can recall, that I'm giving myself permission to be fully seen, which means all my tools are going to be on the table for me to play with, for me to support you, for me to create this environment where you can flourish in your full creative expression. As I create this way, am going to be holding the door of creativity open for you because I'm all in, and I really desire to create the atmosphere. My outcome is the atmosphere that's created is a place where you may have to, in fact, I imagine all this will, to some level, you're going to be letting go of old stories. You're going to be finding the truth. You're going to finding and exploring and discovering and embracing the full essence of who you are so that you can confidently express your creativity. Now, what's going to happen in the group is you're going to have opportunity to give your expression there first, to practice and to let your baby that you're birthing, your creative babies, be seen and nurtured and valued in this secure, nourishing, nurturing, strengthening environment, so that when the time comes for you to step out into the world, and it may happen as soon as the day after you join the course, and that doesn't mean like it's the 12 weeks, you can't put anything out there. In fact, I recommend that you be putting things out there as soon as you feel inspired to. And you will be developing confidence, you will be getting affirmation, which I don't, and I'm saying that in a way like this is not going to be a codependent pattern where you're waiting for affirmation, but you will receive it. You will receive confirmation, and you'll also receive that much needed nudge and sometimes shove from your community members to get your creative voice out into your world now. Okay, what else? I'm calling it Activate Your Quantum Creativity. I choose to say that my understanding of quantum is, like a minuscule amount. So if there's a quantum scientist that comes along and says you're using that word incorrectly, potentially, I'm taking it from the sense of we are taking a quantum leap. Now, quantum is an amount. It's a certain amount of activity, a certain amount of stuff. Okay. So quantum also has the idea of there's no time and space. So in this place of 0 point, I like to call it, where there's no time and space, where you remember who you are, who you came to be, how you've always been fully loved, fully supported, and fully accepted, and you reactivate within you this place where there is no lack, limitation, or separation. There's only fullness, fulfillment, supply, sufficiency, all of those things at your fingertips, because they are. And I'm reminding me as I remind you, I'm going to be growing in this alongside of you and supporting you. So we're going to be letting go of lack, limitation, separation, and embracing the fullness of who we are, the sufficiency that's all ours, and a lot more. Okay. There's going to be creative activations and activities that give you the opportunity to, on your own time, be activated in your creativity, to find expression, and then you're going to have opportunity to bring that expression to the group to share. Now, I'm saying opportunity. The reality is it's a requirement. For you to join this course, it is required that you participate. If you're like, I'm just going to be an observer, this is not the course for you. This course requires you to be a participant, a full-on participant. What that does not mean is that you have to make every meeting live. You can watch replays, but there's going to be a group setting, and there's going to be times where I'm going to say, okay, guys, it's time to share. It's time to put out there your creative expression. Do it, and you're going to jump in, okay? So this is for those. And I'm going to push you in. I'm going to be calling names. Okay, it's your turn. I haven't seen yours yet. It's your turn. This is because that's the type of group this is. It's going to be full on accountability for you to bring to the table what is yours to bring right now. So if you're a person up to now, you have been in withhold, you've been holding back, and you're like, okay, I'm done holding back. I really desire to be in this place where someone is going to say, hey, it's time. Let me see it. Then I'm your girl. If you're like, I don't like anybody to call me out until I'm ready, then don't join. And it's okay, because what you bring forth is not going to be perfect. It may not even be complete. You may have drawn a circle on the page, if that's a drawing thing that you're going to be doing. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is, you're going to put it out there. There's going to be group gatherings and group coaching. There's going to be opportunities to participate. This part is included in the course. And what I'm calling creativity labs, there's 3 planned right now, 3 that I have already in my mind. There could be more. Those are included. It's going to come with, again, accountability and a secure group. They're going to have creativity play dates. You're going to have lots of nourishing conversations and community. And you can opt in for, this is be additional, for special pricing on one-on-ones with me. At the end of the 12 weeks, there's going to be another opportunity that I am bringing forth now for you to go to work to move into an ongoing scenario where we're going to see what that looks like. But that's as far as I can go with that one. We're going to see, right? The group gatherings currently will be the ones where I'm like, we're going to get all on Zoom together and we're going to chat and do some hot seat type. And what I mean hot seat is you're going to have an opportunity to share, and I may coach you. Okay, using all my tools. My tools will come out, and I'm going to get to play with those tools with whoever's in the hot seat. Those currently going to happen in the evening my time. Now, if I have, and I'm seeing this really growing. I choose to know how it's going to start out, but it's going to grow and be really magnificent and reach many, many people. If I have enough demand, I'm going to say it that way, for a time other than my evening, then I will offer a second time. But for now, right now, the group gatherings are going to be the evening. And if there's enough people that join that are in a different time zone that really, or have a different schedule that really require another time, we'll figure that out. I already said you're going to have creativity circle presentations. That's where we're going to, there'll be time things. Okay, look, you're going to go and you're going to do this. I'm going to give the suggestion. You get to express it in your way, and then you're going to bring it and you're going to share it. When we share our creations, we are being generous with our world. To hold back is a selfish act. Most of us, if not all of us, withhold our creation, and we withhold the honing of our craft, and we withhold what our art or our creativity or our things look like as they're unfolding out of shame, blame, guilt, condemnation, and our idea that things have to be perfect before they're seen. Now, I do believe that when I'm going to go to the idea of a baby, when a baby is forming in the mother's womb, it is not out in public. Okay? When a newborn baby is born, it is also not out in public. But there are a select group of people that have access to that baby's growth and the unfolding of its maturation process until a certain time, and then it gets, that baby gets to be seen fully in the world. So that's what this is. This group will be touching your sweet creation with faith and courage only. There will be no doubt touching. Let's say that. So if you're a person full of doubt and you tend to touch other people's dreams with your doubt, that's not going to be happening at all, period. If I find it happening, we're going to whoop right away. I'm going to call it out. Not wrong, not right, but we all have to figure out how figure out. We all get to see in greater measure how we have been operating in fear, doubt, and suspicion, so that we can move into full faith, full courage, and only touching with our love. Only touching with our love. There's going to be surprise guest speakers. There's surprises to me right now too, but I know that's typically what happens. Someone will pop in and Holy Spirit will bring someone to mind, and I'll be like, okay, this person is going to join. I'm going to invite them to come and be a guest speaker. That's going to happen. So this is for you. If you have a full yes in your heart, to at least begin a conversation with me, send me the enrollment link and let me look at your payment plan, private message me right now. Except for, well, if you've already messaged me, that's fine. But I'm going to recommend that you message me to my business page, Untethered Life. I need to put that in the description. I'll do that. I'll go back. For the replay people, message me on my business page, Untethered Life. Hey, send me the links, and I'll get those over to you right away. And then you can check in with your heart. And if your heart still if it gave you yes to begin with, I'll just say this from experience, then it's still a yes. If the financial piece is tripping you up, go within and ask God for your miracle. I've gotten many miracles that way, still unfolding for me. I imagine that because of the nature of this course and the way it's being built, the investment price will be higher next time. I can't guarantee that. It could be lower, but I imagine it's going to be higher. Because you're investing in you, and you're investing in your creativity is also something that we are going to be building value for. So many times in the past, I remember hearing all sorts of judgments, statements, especially around artists or people who are entrepreneurial and doing something that was brand new. And not a lot of energy around success was sent their way, but a lot of doubt. This is what I'm talking about, touching people's dreams with our doubt. A lot of doubt, fear, and suspicion was placed on that. Since 2020, all that's really kind of gone out the window. I think we've seen that people can create brand new, and they can navigate brand new scenarios with creative solutions. And so we're going to bring that into fullness. We're going to launch into new levels of greatness in the freedom that we experience in our creative expression. this is calling to you, reach out to me. If you're willing to be seen in a halfway point or a one step point. Somebody shared this the other day, and I put it out there too, that baby steps are not, baby steps are really important to be seen from the eyes of a baby. Or if you look at a baby taking those steps, there is wobbly, full enthusiasm in their step. Now, maybe a little bit of trepidation, but that's the tentativeness that comes with that first step. But there is full-on commitment and a willingness to fall and stand back up. That is how a baby gets the skill of walking, is by stepping out in an imbalanced expression, full enthusiasm, full commitment. They don't actually learn to walk if they never commit to the step. Right? So we're going to be like babies taking these baby steps that are such magnitude on them. You know, that moment when a baby starts to walk, their brain changes. Their brain starts to change in a brand new way. Your brains are going to change. Your brains are going to experience wholeness in a brand new way. You're going to connect with your creator in a whole nother realm, whole nother level. Okay? Your willingness, you're gonna build your willingness, you're gonna strengthen your willingness to serve from your faith and not be motivated or mentored by your fear anymore, or someone else's fear, doubt, and suspicion. Okay, we're gonna stop that. If you like, or you notice that you sometimes have out of the box thinking and things that you have discounted in the past, but you're like, hey, maybe there's something there. This may be for you. All right. Any questions from people who are here live with me right now? Send me a question in the chat, in the comments, and I will answer it if there's anything that anyone has a question about that I didn't answer. So let me just recap while I see if there's any questions. The basic details. This is a 12-week experience for you. So your commitment, at least at this point, is 12 weeks. You can commit to something else at the end when I see what that is. For now, it's 12 weeks. You're committing to, if you join, you're committing to the 12 weeks. You're committing to be fully and completely present. What that means is that you're in the game. If you find yourself withholding, you give me permission to call that out and say, stop withholding, let's see it. Bring your creative expression forth. And you're willing to be coached through that. I don't make any of this wrong. If you've worked with me, if you've followed me long enough, you know that I have moved out of right and wrong a long time ago. It is what it is. But let's take it from what it is into your new levels of greatness, into your next brand new choice. Okay? There are going to be weekly group gatherings and group coaching calls. There's going to be weekly, at least, I believe there's weekly, I'm removing the word work from this. So there's not worksheets, but there's going to be quantum activations for you to participate in. I'm choosing to provide choices, but and you will get to do some type of creative expression and some journaling prompts, and who knows what else, meditations. Let me see, did I tell you all that before? So journaling, meditations, creative projects, creativity play dates, accountability in a secure group. I'll be putting out decrees and affirmations and leading us through some of that throughout the course. You can opt in for a special pricing for one-on-ones, and we're going to have 3 creativity labs, aka workshops, where I will bring and train you in. I have 3 planned right now. There'll also be weekly or at least weekly training and teaching in a general sense of how of activating creativity. There's going to be I have 3 modules. Each of those modules last 4 weeks. And so each of those weeks will have a teaching theme that I'll be sharing on. And yeah, so any questions from anybody? Okay, so if this is calling to you, please message me for the enrollment link. And if you require a payment plan, please message me for the payment plan. message my business page, Untethered Life, and I'll be sure and get that to you immediately or really soon. Thank you all for being here. I love you all. I see you all fully activated in your quantum creativity and bringing forth into expression, into form in your world, heaven's solutions for right now. I see you having massive courage and faith to embrace in a brand new way your relationship, your oneness with the source of all life, light, and love, so that you can elevate our planet, our world, our universe, the multiverse into well-being, into a state, into our true essence of well-being and oneness with our Creator. I love you all. We will chat soon. Again, connect with me. Let me know. Report your miracles. And I will talk to you all later. Bye.